Thank you very much indeed. They say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step. And we are here to plant a tree, a wonderful tree. And I've got to introduce our chief guest, this tree behind me. He's called China Berry, and also the pride of India. So we are here to plant a tree for the QGC, the Queen's Green Canopy. And my company got involved last autumn, and it's been quite an interesting journey for us because we've had three incredible ladies, Mani, Ruth and Smriti. And I said to Smriti that I'm going to call these three the Three Musketeers, and she said, no, you shouldn't do that, but I am going to call you the Three Musketeers. And they've worked so incredibly hard over the last few months to do so many wonderful things, and we are so proud that we've created a wonderful collection for the Queen's Green Canopy, because this collection has been made by my factory, Bags of Ethics and Supreme Creations. And I'm so proud that we have over 80% women in our factory, and we've been at the forefront of eco-packaging and sustainability. And this is also about the creative industry, and we've got two legends. We've got Edward, from the editor-in-chief of the Vogue magazine, and my dear friend Caroline Rush. And I don't know what I would do without Caroline. She's been an incredible advisor. A couple of years ago, we launched the face covering with Caroline's company and her advice. And these face coverings were quite a hit, and we raised a lot of money for charity. And so I just have to thank Caroline for being with us today. I can't thank enough Tony, because he's been the person who's actually made this happen today, because we've had to look around many places to find a place, and you made it so easy for us. Thank you so much indeed. You're very kind. As they say, there's no point cursing the dark, but just light a candle as we go along, and that's what we've done as a company. We've tried to be positive about sustainability, and we've done lots of things in terms of reduction of plastic bag. Many years ago, my company collaborated with Tesco and the retailers, and we reduced something like 8 billion plastic bags, and so we are very proud of our journey since then. Thank you so much to the retailers who are here today, from John Lewis, Selfridges, Waitrose. They are going to be retailing our range, and proceeds would be going to the QGC charity, and we are so grateful for all their support. Now, every event is incomplete without a politician, and we have one here today. And not just a politician, because he has been really supportive of the environment. He's worked so hard. And the Right Honourable Alok Sharma, we are so grateful that you're here today. You've just come straight from Parliament after giving a speech, so thank you so much indeed. Now, I just have to finish by telling you a little story. Many years ago, I was invited to St. James to get an award from the Prince's Trust, and Prince Charles was there. And as I was introduced by Prince Charles, he gave me a sapling, an oak sapling, and he said, may your business grow as strong as this oak sapling. And just thereafter, he moved to the next person, and as he moved, he said, where are you going to plant this? By then I had told him where my factory was, and I said, sir, I'm going to plant it in my factory. He looked at me and he said, no, you don't do that. You're going to be planting a neem tree, not this oak tree. And I said, so sorry, sir, I meant that I'm going to plant it in my home in London. Now that little sapling has now become a 30-foot sapling, a big tree. I mention this because the QGC is all about not just planting a tree, but planting the right tree at the right place. And we've got a lot of resources in the QDC. So thank you so much indeed. And I thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a lovely time. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I arrived, I wasn't expecting to speak, but once you give a platform to a politician, you don't know how long it's going to be. It may be dark by the time we start planting. Look, firstly, I'm going to be very brief, spare you a long speech. But firstly to say thank you to Dr. Sri, and I've known him and the family for very, very many years, and ethics has been very much part of his business approach throughout all of the years that I've known him. And so I think what is the work that's being done with the bags of ethics, I think is absolutely wonderful. And frankly, it's going to be one of your many legacies, I think, in terms of ethical business. That's great news. And I think doubly to be supporting the Queen's Green Canopy, I think is absolutely wonderful, particularly in this Platinum Jubilee year. I'm sure many of you have planted trees related to the canopy over the last year or so. I've been sort of out and about doing the same thing. But yeah, this is a wonderful thing to be doing, reminding us that ultimately this is all about being at one with nature. At COP26, those of you who followed it will know that we had actually a big element of it also committed to nature, to biodiversity, tackling all of those issues. And one of the things that I'm very proud of is that at COP26 we got over 130 countries, world leaders, to sign up to ensuring that by 2030 we were reversing and indeed ensuring that we had more forests across the world. And the countries that signed up represent 90% of all forests across the world. I think that's a great commitment. We now need to ensure that actually these commitments are delivered upon. And the final thing I just want to say is that we're planting a tree today, and I hope it will inspire you. It's certainly going to inspire me to go out throughout this year and plant a lot more trees. We need trees not just in the UK, but indeed across the world. So thank you so much again, Dr. Sri, for organising this, and of course the British Fashion Council as well. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for being here today. It's an honour to be a part of this initiative to celebrate Her Majesty's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. I'd like to thank the Queen's Green Canopy, Bags of Ethics, the British Fashion Council for bringing us all together, and the Chelsea Physic Garden for hosting us. Now I hope you can join me as we plant a tree for the Jubilee.
And I'd really love to thank Bags of Ethics. It's such a great fit with the Queen's Green Canopy, and all the values that you aspire really connect with what we're trying to achieve. What I'd love to do is just spend a minute telling you about the Queen's Green Canopy. The purpose is to celebrate Her Majesty's Platinum Jubilee. And in our nation's history, we have never had a Platinum Jubilee. And so it is a remarkable milestone. And we want to do this by encouraging people to firstly plant trees and really develop that relationship that we have with our trees. And we're working with communities, schools, cities, councils right across the nation to encourage the planting of trees. And there are some incredibly exciting plans that are unfolding as we speak. We've also got an interactive map so that everyone who plants a tree can go on that map and become part of the Queen's Green Canopy. And community is absolutely at the heart of it. And I think given everything that we've been through with COVID and worry about the environment, and we're lucky to have the Minister here who's been leading the charge on COP, to bring people together really positively. And then the second thing is conservation. We're going to be working to really explain the importance of our magnificent ancient forests and our ancient trees. And there are some incredible ancient trees, some of them over 2,000 years old. And then the third element is green skilling, where we're working with the government's Kickstart scheme and we are providing mentoring and support to young people to really build their confidence and get them back into work in the green area, where we need people to do that. So really exciting, but we do need your support. So thank you for coming, and thank you for Bags of Ethics.
It's wonderful to think of celebrating for the Queen's Jubilee. It's even more wonderful when we see all the product range that's in here. And the Chelsea Physic Garden is one of the national treasures that one can go to.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's
Very, very
fabulous
special.
coming here for a special occasion like this. And one of the first off.
My name is Clodagh McKenna. I'm a chef, television presenter and cookbook author, and I am here today because I helped style the all of the beautiful new products for the Queen's Green Canopy collection, which launches today, which was really lovely. We did it in my home in Broadspear with my doggy Nolly. I love this initiative so much. I love that the initiative is getting people to plant a tree, to think about the environment, the importance of planting a tree. It's bringing it all to the front of everybody's mind. We planted 2 trees to add to our orchard. We planted a pear and an apple, and we will continue to plant Jubilee trees throughout the whole year.
I'm Tony Kirkham. I'm a trustee here at the Chelsea Physic Garden, and I'm also chair of the advisory board. And tonight we're planting a tree, which is always a good thing. And it's a very small garden, so we don't plant trees very often here. It's waiting for one to go so we can replace it. And it's for a special event. It's for the Queen's Green Canopy to celebrate Her Majesty's Platinum Jubilee. So it's a nice thing to do.